Today I'll be telling you 3 ways to safely buy land right here in the city of Enugu. Smart investors or smart buyers that understand finance and investment know not to buy land blindly or by guessing. They buy with informed decisions and with strategy. And that is why I'll be giving you 3 ways to invest safely right here in the city of Enugu. Number 1, get a real estate agent or a realtor. A realtor helps you to understand the market, to organize, and also to search for properties that fit in your needs, property that fit in your reason for investment. Secondly, you need to get a lawyer. Now, a lawyer helps you to verify the documents of that property. Secondly, you need to get a registered survey. Now, a registered surveyor helps you to identify the location of that land and if it matches what's on ground. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of when they buy properties, they don't fully understand or investigate that property if it matches what it's on ground, because so many people end up buying properties that are correct on paper but not correct on land. That is where due diligence come in, and that is verification. Now, you need to make verification, which is the step 2. Verification is another important thing you need to do when you want to buy a property right here in Enugu. You need to verify the title of the land. You need to verify that the location of that land matches the location on the paper. You need to also verify that this land is not under any kind of government acquisition. And that is where the lawyer comes in, the registered surveyor comes in, and also the realtor comes in, because these 3 persons helps you to make this verification. You don't have to be in Nigeria. As a Nigerian in diaspora or someone living outside of Enugu and you want to buy a property, you want to make investment right here in Enugu, right? You don't need to actually be in Enugu in order to get a safe property or a verified property. All you need is these 3 things. Number 1, like I said, a realtor, a registered lawyer, and a registered surveyor who will carry out most of all these verifications for you. Now, the 3rd thing is your inspection. Now, site inspection is one of the major things you need to do as an investor. You don't buy property blindly. You buy property with your eyes open, because land business is not something you just go in and come out. It is something you work with information, smartness, and you work with clear mind. You don't do it with emotions. You don't do it with suggestions or out of pity. You do it out of clear information. That is why you need to go for inspection. Now, inspection helps you to see this land with clarity. It also helps you to see that the property you're buying, if it fits the reason of your investment, because most times people buy properties that do not fit their reasons of investment. And that is why before you buy a land, you need to know your reason for investment, so you get a property that fits in that reason. In my next video, I'll be talking about why you need to know your reason for investment. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to tell you for free. Inspection is something you shouldn't miss out on whenever you want to buy a land. If you cannot go, of course, you don't have to go because you're not in Enugu. You can send in somebody that you know, someone you trust, and that is well informed about real estate. You don't send someone that do not know anything about real estate to investigate a property for you, so they don't come back to give you false information or information based on little knowledge or what they don't really understand. Because this is what exactly happened to a lot of people in diaspora, where they send in their brothers or their sisters or their uncle that do not have a well-enlightened knowledge about real estate. You end up giving discouragement back to the brother or whosoever that wants to buy that property, and they end up not investing and regretting it at the end of the day. So when you want to go for inspection, always go with a trusted person or a realtor or a lawyer that knows exactly what they are doing. Now, these are three things you need to do or you need to know if you want to buy a verified land right here in the city of Enugu. My name remains Vivian Woye Adeze, proudly known as the Realtor of Eastside. I help Nigerians in Nigeria and Nigerians in diaspora buy properties that are safe, profitable, and are reliable. All you have to do is call or WhatsApp me on the phone number showing right there on your screen, and we'll take it up from there. Until I come your way next time, bye.